Some new information tonight on a serial child predator who spent years grooming little girls. In tonight's 9 p.m. Extra, Patty Kirkpatrick takes an in-depth look at the case against Joseph Roberts, his plea deal, and why he almost got away with the abuse.
They come across as someone who can rescue or really help out the family.
Joseph E. Roberts was that guy, the one several Valley families relied on, never suspecting he was attacking their daughters. But according to Maricopa County Superior Court documents, the first attack dates back to December 2003.
I'm 16 years old, and he took 7 years away from my life. 7 years of always hiding and being terrified to go to sleep, or not even wanting to wake up.
Phoenix police say Roberts made his victims call him Uncle Joe. This is the West Valley home where he took in young girls whose parents were especially vulnerable, unable to care for their children due to drugs or financial problems.
Clearly an individual who was grooming these girls at a very young age for himself.
Valley therapist Kristi Murphy says the act of grooming is common among predators.
That's basically prepping the victim for the sexual assault. It may be things as simple as an offender going to the bathroom in the home and leaving the door open just to see how the child will respond. It may be as simple as the offender taking a shower and walking around the house without clothes on.
Murphy is clinical director at Childhelp, an agency that works hand in hand with Phoenix police. Murphy was in court Monday when Roberts was sentenced.
The mood in the courtroom during the sentencing was extremely intense.
Even for Murphy, who hears about some of the most horrible child abuse cases, this particular case stands out.
It is a little bit more severe than some of the other cases we see, just because the nature of the number of victims and the duration of the abuse.
While Roberts may have preyed on vulnerable parents, Murphy warns sexual predators don't always stand out.
Sexual offenders really are the people in our neighborhood, and they really do. They're not the dirty old man in the trench coat. They really are. They look like you and I. They're hard to spot.
Murphy has children of her own and says you can never have the private parts talk too many times.
Sometimes I bring it up and they're like, oh, Mom, we know. But I feel like it's important as parents to continue to check in with our kids, find out where they are, who they're going with, when they're going to be home, and find out as much as you can about that other grown-up that they're with.
In order to spare the victims a trial, they agreed to a plea deal, a 15-year prison sentence. But that morning, when those victims came face to face with Roberts again, they testified he deserved to die. Regardless, Murphy believes these girls can now move on. Usually
a sentencing or a guilty verdict is a turning point for kids in the process of their therapy, because it does give them a sense of justice.
Now, 3TV has learned that Roberts may not live through his 15-year prison sentence anyway. We're told the 65-year-old has a host of health issues, everything from diabetes to heart and kidney problems.